I don't love you anymore, Daniel. That's how my day began. No warning. No build-up. Just the clatter of her spoon against the coffee cup, and those 5 words that shattered everything I believed in. I froze mid-bite, toast halfway to my mouth. Sunlight filtered through the blinds, catching her hair in soft gold tones. The same woman I'd fallen for 8 years ago. Only now, the warmth I once felt had vanished, replaced by something cold and irreversible. Come again? I asked, though I'd heard every word. I said I'm not happy, Daniel, she repeated, quieter this time. I haven't been for a while. My hands trembled as I set my toast down. Is this about the trip? I know I've been. It's not about work or a trip or one fight, she interrupted with a sigh. It's us. We're just existing. You're always tired. I'm always lonely. I don't even know when we stopped being a couple. Her voice faltered. For a second, I wanted to reach across the table, to promise I'd fix it, whatever it was. But something in her eyes stopped me. They weren't sad. They were relieved. That look hit me like ice. Because relief doesn't come from realizing you're unhappy. It comes from already deciding what to do about it. The rest of the morning passed in silence. She went upstairs to shower, humming softly. I sat staring at her half-eaten oatmeal, feeling the air grow heavy around me. I wasn't naive. I knew marriage wasn't perfect. We'd had rough patches. But this? It felt rehearsed.
Too calm.
Too certain. At work, I couldn't focus. Around noon, my phone buzzed. Don't forget dinner at Mom's tonight. Be home by 6. Dinner with her mother. On the same morning, she said she didn't love me. Something wasn't right. I called Evan, my closest friend since college, the guy who could always read between my words. She said, "What?" He choked between bites of a sandwich. "That she's not happy," I said. Just like that. Over breakfast. "You think there's someone else?" I hesitated. "I don't know."
But she didn't cry. Didn't argue.
She looked free. Evan sighed. "Then you already know, man." I didn't want to admit it, but he was right. Her phone always face down lately. Late nights for work projects. A sudden obsession with yoga, and that new perfume. God, that perfume. When I got home, she was dressed up, not for dinner with Mom dressed, but date night dressed. Hair perfectly styled, makeup light but intentional. And that black dress, one I'd never seen before. "Hey," she greeted softly. "You're early." "I left work early," I replied, hanging up my keys. "You look nice." "Thanks." She brushed past me, her perfume sharp and floral, a scent I didn't recognize. "I thought we were going to your mom's?" I asked, glancing at the overnight bag by the door. She froze briefly.
"Yeah.
I'm staying over. She hasn't been feeling well." I looked at the bag again. "You packed the blue dress, too?" Her jaw tightened. "Daniel, please don't start." I didn't start, I erupted inside. I walked over to where her phone sat charging, face down as usual. "Who is he?" I asked. Her eyes darted up. "What? Who's making you this unhappy? Who's making you dress up to visit your mom? Who's getting the version of you I haven't seen in months?" "Don't do this," she said, voice shaking. "It's not like that." But I'd already picked up her phone. She lunged for it, but I held it away and swiped up. A message thread filled the screen. At the top, Caleb Blackheart. The most recent text.
"Can't wait to see you tonight."
"Wear the black dress. You looked incredible last time." My mouth went dry. I scrolled. Weeks of messages, jokes, compliments, plans, photos. Photos in our bed. Her smile radiant, his arm around her. Every part of me went cold. She stood frozen, tears pooling but not falling. "Daniel, please." "How long?" My voice cracked. "How long, Lily?" "It just happened," she cried. "I didn't mean to. I was lonely. You were distant." "Don't you dare blame me," I snapped. "You could have talked to me. You could have left. But instead, you lied. Slept with someone else. And still made me breakfast every morning." Her tears finally spilled, but they didn't move me. For the first time, I saw her clearly, not as my wife, but as someone who'd already left me long before this morning. I didn't yell. I didn't break anything. I just went upstairs, grabbed a suitcase, and started packing. Where are you going? She asked, voice small.
Home, I said.
This is your home. I zipped the bag. Not anymore. I walked past her, straight out the door. The evening air hit like a slap. She followed me to the driveway. Daniel, please. Don't do this. I'll end things with him. I'll fix it. I swear. I stopped at the car door, turned, and said the words burning inside me all day. You already did, Lily. You ended it over breakfast. Then I got in the car and drove off, watching her shrink in the rearview mirror until she vanished. That night, I stayed in a hotel. Didn't eat. Didn't sleep. Just stared at the ceiling, replaying every laugh, every lie, the distant smiles, the late nights, the hidden phone. It all added up now. The worst part wasn't even the betrayal. It was realizing how blind I'd been, how I'd believed love alone could hold someone who'd already let go. By morning, I'd made up my mind. When she called, I answered. Daniel. Her voice cracked. I'm sorry. Please come home. We can talk, go to counseling, anything. No, I said quietly. We're done. She broke down. You can't just throw it away like this. You threw it away the moment you let someone else touch you, I said. I'm just cleaning up the mess. Silence. Then, through the static, I didn't think you'd actually leave. I didn't think you'd actually cheat, I said and hung up. 2 weeks later, the divorce papers were signed. She didn't fight it. Maybe she thought I'd cool off, that I'd come back once the pain dulled. But some things, once broken, can't be fixed. Evan helped me move into a new apartment. I threw away the sheets she'd stained with her lies, sold the couch we'd bought together, deleted every photo. But sometimes, in the quiet, I still missed her. The way she'd hum while cooking, how she'd trace lazy circles on my arm when she couldn't sleep. Love doesn't vanish. It decays. A month later, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked smaller, tired, hollow. Hi, she said softly. Hey. We stood awkwardly between aisles, detergent scent filling the silence. You look good, she said. Thanks. I just wanted to say, she hesitated. I never meant to hurt you. I was stupid. Caleb, he wasn't what I thought. He left a week after you did. I nodded. I'm sorry it ended like that. Her eyes glistened. Do you think you'll ever forgive me? I thought about everything, the morning, the messages, the betrayal. Then I said, maybe. But forgiveness doesn't mean coming back. She nodded slowly, a tear slipping down her cheek. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. I know, I said softly. That's what makes it hurt so much. Then I walked away. That night, sitting alone in my quiet apartment, I thought back to that morning, her spoon clinking, her voice calm, her words final. She thought she was freeing herself, but she didn't realize so was I. By dinner, she learned she was already single. By midnight, I learned something too. Sometimes losing someone isn't the worst thing that can happen. Sometimes, it's the only way to find yourself again.